for the algorithm, smash that like button, hit that notification bell.
Slide in the DMs.
Slide in the DMs. Do we even say that anymore? I haven't heard anyone say slide.
Yeah,
slide into the D. That's like very 2015.
Yeah. We'll see it happening often.
I know we're gonna one take Jake. I closed the door downstairs, right? It's dead.
Like the front door?
Yeah, the front door.
I think so.
It's gonna bother me. I have to check.
All right. We'll start over.
Jake.
Or no?
Jake.
One take Jake?
One take Jake.
Hi, friends. My hair is bothering me. I'm gonna be so vulnerable with you. Because this is real. We're real here. Was it closed?
Yeah, it's closed.
Okay, we're good.
I just can't. It's going to interrupt my performance if I know that if I think it's open. Yeah, Cameron, KILLA Cam.
We're here.
We're here. How are you going to do this if it's like it's usually two? Is this going to be one thing on screen? What's the formating of this?
I don't know. Should I put our little names under it still?
Maybe on top. I don't know.
Maybe on top. Yeah.
This is why I'm glad I don't have to edit this.
Oh, true. Because I don't want to have the logo on there.
Yeah. But Cam came to Ohio.
I'm in Ohio.
And the other day I was at the store. I knew I was sitting here. Take this. It's a meat thermometer.
Wow.
It's a meat cook food cam. If it's at 165, you're good. The meat is cooked.
I'm gonna have to bring this. I think my friend was like, you should just come straight to the restaurant that we're going to. So I'll just have to bring this to the restaurant.
Yes.
Alright.
Let's show it to the camera. Here's a meat thermometer. This is a man on a podcast telling a woman that she needs to cook.
Go to the kitchen.
Get
SMH.
Get back in the kitchen. That meme with that.
Yeah.
Get back in the kitchen. I got that.
Bad.
Cook food cam.
We'll see.
Cook food.
We'll see.
But yeah, for the algorithm, FTA. She was jazzing last night.
I was at a jazz festival, which was fun. Not much to write home. It was cool. There was a really good Latin jazz guitarist whose name I cannot remember.
Was it like, did you have to pay to enter, or was it just free?
We did have to pay, but it was all right. You gotta pay. We're a patron of the arts. We're patrons of the arts here.
So we're here.
We're here.
I'm just opening up Twitter just to see if there's any news on, because sometimes you open up and it's like Kendrick Lamar died or something. Like this beef has been wild. But yeah, we're here. We were talking about what to talk about. I feel like we don't land on a solid thing to talk about until like we're about to film.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. I'm not used to. This is kind of a departure for both of us, where Cam is always like super scripted, and I'm just go at like there's no. I'm just so it's like I have to think of things.
Yeah, we're like just a little bit of planning. It's like right between the two of us. Should we come in with a agenda?
An agenda?
You enter every single conversation with an agenda.
I don't know.
It's Kendrick Lamar. Benz is to me just a car. That's it's Kendrick Lamar, man.
I keep listening to the Not Like Us live performance.
Where he did it like 5 times?
Where he just kept doing it over and over. He's like, let's start again. One more time.
So this has been going on for a long time. It's been going on for so long that when we started the podcast, that was a possible topic.
True.
Like when we started it, I was like, we should talk about Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
And it's still going. It's still thriving today. So, do you know, white woman, what do you know of this?
Not a whole lot, to be honest. I was telling you, I watched a video that like broke it down a while ago, and I didn't retain any of it. I don't remember. I just know that Drake has a lot of beef with a lot of people, and
I mean, he likes him young.
I hear you like him young.
Cell block one.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I know he was like, Drake, you're a pedophile and you have a secret daughter. And Drake was like, I don't have a secret daughter.
He said a lot. He was like, you and all your homies are pedophiles.
Right.
He said, like, your father is using you, and he should use you more because you're a terrible person.
Yeah.
The thing that the Drake stands are zooming in at the daughter, I'm like, that's like the least.
Yeah, that's the least of our concerns here.
The least like scathing thing is like this whole list. I don't
straight
have
up like, I think you should die.
Yeah.
Like,
I think niggas like you should die. Which, I mean, that's rap beef. This is rap beef. The people saying that this rap beef is too hardcore, you're going to... I'm like, this is rap beef. Tupac said, my fofo make sure all your kids don't grow. He said, don't one of you niggas got sickle cell or something? You probably gonna die. Like, this is part of...
Oh yeah,
rap
speaking
beef.
of Tupac, didn't Drake deepfake Tupac?
That was, oh yeah, on the Tailor Made.
Yeah.
And he deep before, this was before Kendrick, Kendrick dropped the Like That remix on that Future album. And he didn't really give out any, he was just like, it's not top 3, it's only top me. Like, it wasn't any like really specific attacks at anyone's character. It was just like, I'm the best. I know you and J. Cole think that you're great, but which is, I mean, that's what rappers do.
Yeah.
This is what rappers do. And then Drake came in with these disses. The first one was Push-Ups, which a lot of people like it, but I thought it was mid. And then he dropped the Tailor Made freestyle. Which I don't know why he calls them freestyles when they're not freestyles. They're clearly written.
Yeah.
Things. But he basically, the whole point of the Tailor Made freestyle was that Drake's theory was that Kendrick had to...
Oh yeah, he delayed the release of...
Yeah, because he signed to the same label that Taylor Swift is on. So he was saying that he's like bending to Taylor's will.
Right.
Like in that song, he was like, nah, like you ain't running from this one. Like he was trying to do all that. And which I mean, if that's the contract you're in, and you can't release music during a window of time, it is what it is. And there was a weird deep AI of Drake and Snoop Dogg, but it was clearly like he wasn't rapping like Tupac. It's just sounded like Tupac's voice, but I'm like, this is clearly Drake. Like Tupac did not rap this way. Like, and in that freestyle, he was like, they say you like little girls, so it must be true. I'm like, you're the first one who brought this into the battle.
Know about that.
You're the first one who brought this up.
You really want to bring this into it? Yeah.
Using AI in a diss is wild. That's some freaky stuff, man.
That said, BBL Drizzy's pretty funny.
BBL Drizzy. BBL. I love the rap battles, the freestyles over that.
There's a great, do you know Polyphia?
No.
It's like I don't really know what genre they are. Like prog rock, math metal. Anyway, they're like... frontman's name is Tim Henson, and he did a really like crazy good cover of BBL Drizzy.
How? With his style?
He's insane. I actually kind of want to... I'm low-key gonna get one.
You're gonna pull it up?
I'm gonna pull it up.
BBL Drizzy. BBL Drizzy. Where is... Oh, it's over there.
He also, like... This is perhaps a hot take, and perhaps not a hot take, but I feel like it's gonna be a hot take to you. That, like, this is a gorgeous man. In a way that is so unlike anything that I would typically find attractive.
If it's a Mike Fast looking person, I'm gonna be like,
he's got a little mullet going. Honestly, I think the mullet looks great on him. I generally don't like mullets, but I think it looks...
If he looks musty, I'm gonna be like, what is this? Oh, he just looks like a J-Rock star.
He does. He's Chinese, but...
Oh yeah.
I'll turn it up a little.
Oh yeah, this is good.
He's insane at guitar.
This is a handsome man.
Yeah. He's a handsome man.
This is a handsome man.
But look at this. This is crazy to me. He's feeling it.
It was hilarious because, oh yeah, in the diss, Drake, because I guess Metro Boomin is involved in this diss for reasons that neither of them will go into.
Right.
They just hate each other. And Metro Boomin is on Twitter like, you know what you did, and you know I can't bring it up. You know neither of us. So we don't know why they hate each other. But then Drake on this song was like, he was like, shut up and make some drums.
That was
So he
Metro Boomin's okay.
he went and made some drums. BBL Drizzy.
It's a bop. It's kind of a bop. And I'm not one to pump up generative AI, but it's pretty freaking funny. Yeah, I don't know.
But I loved I loved Drake and Kendrick were both part of my, like, I want to say, because they both got big around 2010, and I started high school in 2011. I was class of 2015, so they were pretty. It was like the Drake and Kendrick. They represented like the two sides of what rap. Like, this is the rapper that you dance to. Like, if you know you don't want to scare the hoes, as they say, you play some Drake. Like, if if you just with a random girl and you turn on that wrong Kendrick song, they're gonna be like, what is this? Like, what are you listening to? But you put on a Drake song, it's okay. We can all vibe to this. But so they both, I've listened to every one of their albums, and I've enjoyed every Kendrick album. I can't say the same for Drake.
I was gonna say, I don't love Drake. I like Kendrick. I think he like quoted Farrakhan or something in a song. He did something with like Black Hebrew Israelites. I was like, oh. But that seems to be
he did
just kind of a thing.
He did that on the Damn album. There was a lot of talk of that. Okay, this is another. I don't want to divulge into this, but we have encountered the Black Israelites many times in life. You walk through the hood, they're standing there with their purple robes on. We are the real Jews. We are the Israelites. We are the tribe. We are the Lion of Judah. Like they believe like if they saw you, they would be like, you're not really Jewish. Like, but so there was a line on Damn. I can't remember the song, but there's this belief that these Black Israelites have where like they think that it's like it all relates to racism, where they think the reason Black people are behind and why white people enslave them and kind of dominate them in society is a punishment from God. Like, it's like Black people are owed this many years of suffering, and then at one point, white people will be subservient. Yeah, you're going to be my slave at some point. Right now, I am your slave, but at some point, you will be my slave. And then, so they believe this, and there's a line on that. I can't remember the whole scheme, but he said like, all because my DNA won't let me walk in the light of God. And that was really, he said it with so much sadness. I'm like, man, this is such a sad thing to believe. Like, I can't imagine believing this, like carrying that, like your DNA won't let you walk in the light of God. Like, this is really sad.
But I don't know.
But anyway, I love Kendrick. Good Kid, Mad City. That album was literally, that was my life. Like, because that whole concept of being like, not being gang affiliated, but not in a gang, like being the good kid, and like you're in the car and someone pulls out a gun and like, or like just wild, being that person that like, I'm not doing this, but I kind of am if I'm like, if a cop comes in, like, or if I'm like covering for that, or like, it's like you're still involved. So that album was literally like front to back my life. The song Sing About Me, I'm Dying of Thirst, that was like, I remember listening to that the first time as like a teenager. I was like, man, like that one verse where it ends where he's like, and if I die before your album drop, and then there's a gunshot and then the verse just ends. I was like, this is depressing and real. Like, Drake, yes, I've listened to every Drake. Recent Drake, I can't get. Drake with his corny puns. Any nigga try and trouble you, he's gonna find out that it's on site, like www.
Oh God. Oh God.
I turned on his new album, that last album he dropped. I was vibing with the melody, and then I heard that He's like,
Lyrical miracle.
onsitelike.com.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus.
He said some bad things. Bad Drake bars could be a topic.
Yeah.
Too many chains, like they call me Chaining Tatum. Shout out to all the Asian girls. Let the lights dim some.
Oh, God.
This is a topic. I feel like I could compile at least like a playlist of the worst Drake Drake bars I've heard in my life. But this beef is going on. So Drake came back with, he's like, I'm the better rapper. You don't rap as good as me.
Mm-hmm.
Your wife is cheating on you with Day Free. Don't let it be Day Free. That's how he says it exactly. You're gonna have to cut to this. This is the one cut. Day Free.
I heard that one of them little kids might be Day Free.
And then Kendrick came back. Kendrick came back pretty calm. He even said on that first diss track, he said, let's just keep this light. I don't want this. We can just rap. And he just said general stuff. He said, like, I hate the way that you talk. Like, and it was pretty, and he said, like, I don't like the way you say nigga. Which is pretty surface level stuff. And then he said, don't tell no lies about me, and I won't say no truths on you.
Yeah, I remember that one.
And he even said, like, this is a light jab. We can keep it peaceful if you want it to be. And then Drake came back with, I think you beat your wife. And then, and then Kendrick came back with, I think you should die because you're a pedophile.
It's like, you really want to do this? Okay.
He even said that, like, it was like, I think you should die because you're a pedophile.
I think people like, you should die.
But the way he he kind of hinted at what he had. What did he say in Euphoria? What was the bar? He was like, I could double down. I make music that electrifies them. You make music that pacifies them. I could double down if I want to, but that's a random act of kindness. And then he just moved on from that. Like,
yeah.
That was like a play on words of like what could come. But I think niggas like you should die is starting a diss track with talking to the person's son. Yeah. Is pretty, like, telling, just like as a, like, I wish, like, I'm sorry that Drake is your father. That's like
yeah, a very all things considered relatively compassionate, not that passive aggressive like message to his son.
I'm sorry that Drake is your father.
Yeah, you aren't like him.
Yeah.
You're a good kid.
And he was like, he's like, if you need a role model, you can always look up to me. Which that is like, I'm not a parent, but I can imagine, like, that's some pretty messed up stuff to claim. Like, someone saying that to your son, like, but, is that, anyway.
Yeah, I don't know.
Crazy. But, and then we didn't even get to Not Like Us and the concert at all. Right. But how are you, because I know your Twitter is completely different than my Twitter, but this kind of hit all facets of the internet. This was like the anime. I was seeing anime accounts talking about this that never talk about rap. I was seeing heavy metal accounts that, like, I was like, everyone's talking about this. How did you come across this? How did this come through the cam?
I don't even remember. It just, like, showed up. I truly don't remember. Some combination of showing up in my Twitter feed and just, like, my friends being interested in it.
This is a question. Are most of your friends white? Are most of your friends white people? This is a
lot of them are, I would say.
Okay, so how is this being received amongst the whites? How is this going amongst y'all?
To be honest, most of the friends that are into it that I've talked to are not white, so I don't really know how the white ones feel about it. I know one white girl who is very entertained by it all. I don't really know how much background information she has. I just remember, like, being at her apartment once and her putting on Meet the Grams and being like, you have to listen to this. And I was like, okay.
dear Adonis.
But yeah, I don't know. I can't speak for the broader white community. I don't know what.
How did the Jewish people? I feel this is going to cause even more division amongst because I've been seeing people jump on Drake that just hate Jewish people,
Right.
and they're using this as like as a way.
Yeah.
Kanye tried to hop in on the Like That remix, and people were like, "Nah, skip that." Wait, I have to hold on. I have to. Well, first it was a diss to J. Cole.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, let me find this. I have to.
Yeah, I don't know how much of a kinship there is between Drake and like the Jewish community.
He had a music video. Which it was mid.
Yeah.
But everyone ignored this.
Mm-hmm.
There was actually a joke, because people ignored this in such a historic and hilarious way that it got a lot of views, and people were like, "This is trash." And then people were during the Kendrick concert, people were like, "Who's gonna pop out?" And they were like, "I bet Kanye pops out and says, Kendrick, I got you." Like he performs this verse.
Oh God.
Never done this. But I don't. To me, I like rap beef songs just because I like rap music, but the idea of rap beef is really lame to me. Like, I hate you so much, I'm going to write a poem about you.
True.
I'm so
True.
mad. I'm so mad you're so bad. I'm glad that, like you're just,
Yeah.
if I hate someone, I'm not going to write a poem about you. Like, that's not me. Like,
yeah. It feels like Kendrick managed to, like, he did a decent job at justifying how much effort he put in.
Yes.
Because to put in that much effort when you're talking about someone, it's easy to just come off like, okay, like cringe. Like, why are you obsessed with this person? But he was kind of like,
It's clear that Kendrick has hated this man for a solid 10 years.
Yeah.
And they've been throwing there's been subtle, because at that pop-out show, he played like all the songs that had subtle disses to Kendrick. Like, I mean, to Drake. He played all the songs that had subtle disses to Drake. And this has been hate. He's been a hater all this time. Like,
a true hater.
It is messed up because they got some songs together that are hits. They got bops.
Damn shame.
The big three.
Yeah.
But anyway, so then Not Like Us dropped.
Mm-hmm.
So the timing of Not Like Us, it was Kendrick dropped his rebuttal, which is, I mean, Drake dropped his rebuttal, which I gotta say is the best rapping I've heard from. You could tell Drake made a music video where he like found the Good Kid, Mad City van, that van on the album cover.
Oh yeah.
And he like crushed it inside of a junkyard.
Wow.
And like in the song was Family Matters. That I know people like to pretend that Drake said nothing, and a lot of what he did was trash, but that was a good song. And but Kendrick diffused it by like 15 minutes later, dropping Not Like Us, and because there was so much on there where he was just like, "You beat your wife, and I don't even think your kid is yours. I think it's your man. You're day free. Don't let it be day free." That's why he did that. He held that 8 minor note. It was like a reference to that. But yeah. And then 15 minutes later, Not Like Us dropped. Certified Lover Boy, Certified Pedophile.
Hearing like the whole crowd shouting that is crazy.
Certified Lover Boy. I love it. It is just a good song. The fact that
it's a bop. It's for sure a bop. I was listening to it while getting ready this morning, and I was like, this is a banger.
It's wild that because of knowing who Drake is and knowing who Kendrick is. It's wild that Kendrick dropped the bop of the.
That's true.
When you think of Drake, you think of hits. You think of of bops. Like Drake's got the summer anthem, the key. Like he's got those hits. Like Kendrick is like the lyrical about, but like of this,
he got mustard, I guess.
Yeah, and the way he dropped it, because it was in such a way, because Kendrick is from California, and he dropped like, this is the most Cali I've heard Kendrick sound. Like, this is super Bay Area, Too Short, like E4. Like, my favorite rapper of all time, Sugar Free is from the Bay Area, and if he was kind of rapping in that cadence, and he did it in that way because you know, one of Kendrick's biggest complaints was that Drake is like a vulture in hip hop, and he just comes to Atlanta and takes that sound. He comes to the West Coast and he comes to, like, he's just picking different sounds. Like there is no Drake sound. Drake's sound is whatever is popular. Yeah. And Kendrick coming with a very West Coast sound that's of him. It's like that's something that Drake can't do. Like, what's Drake? The Toronto,
like the Canada,
like he came with something that like only he could do. Like, and it worked really well.
Yeah, I liked it. So good.
What was that bar? I keep seeing people comment like, "What is OVO for? The other vaginal option."
I don't know OVO option.
But man, but I love that. But the 69 God, because Drake calls himself the Sixth God. That's like he can never call himself the Sixth God.
Yeah,
he can never call himself the Sixth God again. That was his thing. Like a Drake mixtape was starting to hear like 666. Like it'd be like, I'm in the six. I'm the Sixth God. But now he can never do that ever again.
Yikes! Big yikes for Drake. Yeah, I don't know.
But this was how do you feel as seeing the most prominent Jewish person in media?
Is he? I guess I suppose in a lot of ways.
He's the most popular Jewish person.
Yeah. No attachment there. Is she Jewish?
She's Jewish.
What?
She's as Jewish as Drake.
I didn't know that.
She's like black and Jewish.
Huh. Yeah, again, I don't feel much kinship with Drake just because he had a bar mitzvah. He's always come off as like, what's the word I'm looking for? Not dorky.
I mean, he does come off as dorky.
He's kind of dorky though.
He does. That's a fact.
Isn't it corny? That's the word I'm looking for.
Yeah, he's a corny guy.
He's a little corny.
His talking voice, like his rapping voice, and then his talking voice, it's like embarrassing.
But I don't know.
I hated the end of that last week disc that he made. I have to pull this up. Where he's just talking and he sounds so defeated. Like
I'll admit I've not listened much to the Drake ones.
It was a pretty mid diss. Oh yeah, there was like, if I was with young girls, I would have been arrested. Like, which is a wild, like, I'm way too famous to be a pedophile.
Yeah.
Was his,
Who did I see? Someone said that recently. They were like, if I had really been doing that, I would have gotten in trouble for it by now. Yeah, he sounds sad.
This is how he ends.
I'm not gonna lie, that shit was some good exercise. Like, it's good to get out, get the pen working. You wouldn't be a worthy competitor if I was really a predator and you weren't fucking lying to every blogger and editor, but...
Oh, God.
It is what it is. You definitely got this shit burnt the fuck out, though. Like, you got 10 more records to drop. The one before the last one, we finessed you into telling a story that doesn't even exist. And then you go and drop the West Coast one to try and cover that up. I would like that one. That would be some shit I could dance to if he wasn't tripling down on some whole other bullshit. But, you know, at least your fans are getting some raps out of you. I'm happy I can motivate you, bring you back to the game. Like,
he just does this for a minute.
This is very odd.
Get into the facts. Everything in my shit is facts.
Okay.
I'm waiting on you to return the favor. Like,
cool, dude. All right.
Someone commented he def wrote these lines himself. That he was like, it's not fair. You're going. This is too much.
God, he sounds so defeated. And I realized the person I was thinking of was Elon Musk, who was getting a bunch of sexual assault allegations, and he was like, with this long of a career, having met this many people, like, it would have come out by now if I were sexually assaulting this many people. I don't remember. The way he put it was so bad.
If I was really a predator, I would have been arrested.
Yeah. Oh, Elon Musk.
Elon. I hate Elon Musk's kids' names.
Yeah.
Like, I hate them so much. How do you even say that? You're in class. You're like, all right,
It's so embarrassing.
raise your hand. That's the. Apparently, white women love Grimes. I follow a lot of white women on Twitter who love Grimes.
Yeah.
I only know her as Elon's ex.
Yeah. I think I know maybe one Grimes song. And I'm just thoroughly not really all that impressed by her. But that's in part because I definitely question her judgment. Like, I remember hearing, like, she's a really good artist and has a lot of, like, cool opinions and thoughts and stuff. But
I've
I'm
heard
like,
it said, but I've not heard it sonically.
Yeah.
That's all I'll say.
I don't know about that one.
She freaks me out. She's just a weird... She's like the weirdest... A weird-looking white woman, man. Like... like, I'm like, this is some weird stuff.
I don't know. I'm all for... But it's not camp. It's, like, different. I like camp, but Grimes isn't really camp. Grimes is, like... Just trying to be odd. Which I'm like,
All that to marry a billionaire?
Literally, yeah. All of your countercultural, like...
to marry
any efforts that you make to try and do that, to then marry Elon Musk, you've just completely undermined your whole gig. Yeah, I don't know. That... I have nothing else to say there.
Is there any, Cam cook food? Cam,
right.
Took Cam to the streets today.
Yeah.
I saw Cam eat with my eyes. I haven't seen Cam cook with my eyes, but I've seen her eat.
Cam's tumultuous relationship with food continues.
There has to be the food segment on every... What's the last thing that you cooked that wasn't eggs?
I have no clue. I really don't know. My memory is also so bad. I can't remember anything that was more than like 2 days ago. Like I don't even know what I was doing before I came to Ohio. What was I doing?
You don't even remember.
What did I eat? What did I make?
Your name. You don't remember where you're from.
Yeah. I don't know how I'm gonna get back. Yeah, I truly do not know.
Cam eat challenge. Cam make a cooking channel challenge.
Cooking channel?
Cam cooking channel challenge.
Oh God.
What would it be called? Cam's Kitchen?
Cam's Kitchen. Maybe people would like that. I'd be like the next Julia Child, where I'm like, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Except she knew what the hell she was doing, but she just made a mess. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing.
But you're clean.
Yeah. I'll keep a clean-ish kitchen, but I have no idea what I'm doing. And I'll be really, really nervous the whole time. Tune in.
I'm gonna just send you. I'll send you a recipe and in steps, and I'll be like, make this, Cam. But I'll leave. I don't know. I'll add something to make it like. I'll do it in a riddle.
Oh God.
Every step will be like.
Unlocks a new.
Will be a riddle. Like how many eggs? Well, in 1975,
yeah,
like
problem.
You got to pull out the National Treasure glasses and find this stuff. Cam cook. How you liking Ohio? How often? So this is your... How many times have you been to Ohio?
I want to say 3 or 4 now.
Because I remember you, one of the times, you were like, hey, I was in Ohio. I was in Cleveland. I was like, yo, next time you should tell me. Then you were like, hey, I'm going to be there.
Yeah.
So...
I just like visiting my friend who's here, and he used to come back more, and now he's just like, nope, I'm not coming back. I'm staying in Cleveland, so I've been coming out to visit him more.
Is he just gonna live here? Is this like his spot?
At least for the time being, yeah.
You're gonna move to East Cleveland?
Where were we? The jazz festival was like right on the border of East Cleveland. And we were looking for places to eat. And he was like, why don't we go to East Cleveland? I'm like,
It's not so bad.
It's probably not so bad. But we did not. We went to Ohio City, which was fun. I like Ohio City.
Ohio City. I don't think... Ohio City.
it just reminded me of like certain parts of Chicago. It was very like, it almost reminded me of Andersonville a little bit. But that could have just been the place that we went.
I feel like everywhere in the Midwest looks the same.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know. I've never been to. I hear that Chicago is like is different. Like that's something.
There's a lot going on in Chicago, depending on where you go.
But anywhere I've been in the Midwest, like I go to Pennsylvania.
Mm-hmm.
Is that Midwest?
Pennsylvania
is
is more like yeah.
Well, anyway, I go to Pittsburgh. I go to Detroit. I go
Mm-hmm.
But I hear Chicago City is like there's something. Well, it's like one of the major cities of the world. So.
Yeah, the city's really fun, and it's big and bustling, and there's a lot to do.
I got no interest. I mean, if I was like, I'd be like, hey, go there just to see Cam, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I hear Chicago drill music. I hear enough of.
That's all you need.
I heard the King Von music.
Mm-hmm. I've gotten your fill of Chicago.
Kanye, you got Kanye. You're from
True,
the land of Ye.
True. Windy likes to blow trees.
How does it feel that being a Jewish person from the, from the land of Kanye?
In the land of Kanye.
Kanye land.
It's the cognitive dissonance is too much to handle.
Is it time for the Jew? How does it feel being Jewish?
Jewish. All right, what are we talking about this time? When we were playing this game at this board game cafe yesterday, my friend was like, "You want to be the banker?" And I was like, "Wow. You want me to be the banker? Okay." And then he was like, "Oh, you can't count because you're a woman." And I was like, "Oh, great. My identity's intersecting."
Is this what are you like, oh men, oh woman?
Only in his company.
Oh black people.
Yeah, it's a specific vibe.
Are you good with money? I mean, you do run a business.
I'm a small business owner.
You're an entrepreneur.
Even though I think anyone who, well, I think you can call yourself a small business owner if you have an Etsy shop, but I also think I was watching there was like a Jubilee video, and it was like liberal parents versus conservative teenagers. And this conservative teenager was like, "Yeah, I own a business." And they're like, "What's your business?" And he's like, "I have an Etsy shop." And I'm like, "You are a contractor for Etsy. You do not own a business."
You don't own Etsy. This is actually a good topic. On average, how much do you, well, I don't want to put your finances out there. Like, I don't know how you do your taxes. I don't know if you're lying on your taxes. If you're do you put money aside for taxes? Do you put 35% aside to cover, or do you like write stuff off and do all that?
Yeah, because there's a lot of expenses.
Yeah.
Heat press out of my room and into like the common area of my apartment, and I just had sweatshirts like everywhere for a couple days because so many people ordered them in like late November and early December to give as Christmas gifts. And It's like that season, and then like Black Friday and Cyber Monday, you get a lot of orders. And when I used to sell greeting cards, I would get a lot around Valentine's Day.
I'm gonna order you this.
Papa's Kitchen? Yeah. You can wear that in my videos. On my cooking channel.
Wait, what is your Etsy name?
Hot chocolate weather.
Let me see. Hot.
All one word.
I gotta see. I ordered something from there before.
Yeah.
So you're a contractor for Etsy.
Yeah, because I mean, they're getting a cut of everything that I'd sell, so.
What do they take?
I really should know this.
What do they take?
I should know how much they're taking, but I don't remember.
Oh, this is pretty edgy.
Yeah.
Is it just like memes? You're just the meme store?
I'm just kind of a meme store.
So you get like, you print these, the shirts you like press yourself?
Yeah, and I've sort of streamlined that process because I've streamlined a lot. I have this like, I will admit to having a kind of fixed mindset a lot of the time where I feel like I can't improve at things and I feel like I can't pick up new skills. But I feel like I've learned a lot and I've grown a lot and gotten better at a lot of things since opening this store. In terms of like how I used to make stickers and then how much like I've been able to make money and then be able to like buy more things so that I can make things more efficiently. So it's been a good experience to have, I would say. And it's something that I can kind of show for myself where I'm like, hey, I like did this thing.
You sell the Taylor Swift merch. Karma is a cat?
Yeah.
I don't really like Karma's a cat. Gotta get...
Because my friends' siblings all wanted like me to bootleg Taylor Swift merch for them. And then I was like, oh, that's a great idea.
And I guess it doesn't say... I mean, it does say Eras Tour Design.
Mm-hmm. I mean, there's tons of bootleg Taylor Swift merch on Etsy. But... yeah.
Oh, this is the Breaking Bad era.
Breaking Bad section.
You wouldn't make a religion out of this. Oh, Hassan?
Some Hassan. I keep meaning to... I had all my Hassan stuff on like clearance for a while because like I just don't want this anymore. But
you're trying to get it out?
I don't need.
Do you not support Hassan anymore?
I don't remember why. I started really not liking Hassan for a while, and now I'm like lukewarm on him. But I haven't watched his stuff in a while.
I
used to be a bigger fan. No, I'm not.
Anytime I pop in on one of his streams, he's just pausing so much.
Mm-hmm.
Every second. You hold on. This video was 5 minutes, but I'm gonna be here for an hour, for a whole hour. Mm-hmm. So when did you? So you started freshman year of college.
Mm-hmm.
Was it like overwhelming? Were you like, this is way too much, or were you like, I've got this?
Yes and no, because like okay, I had a bunch of. I'd been doing Redbubble since I was in like middle school, which is you just upload the design, then they do the rest, and you get like a tiny portion of each sale. And I was making a little bit of money from that, and then I don't know what moved me to start an Etsy shop. I think I was so bored because there was nothing going on my freshman year of college. That like nothing was meeting in person, so I was just doing my like Zoom classes, and I was barely leaving my dorm, and I've made stickers for myself. Like, I've made stickers for my own computer, again, like, since middle school, where I would just get, like, label paper and, like, print stuff out and cut it out with scissors and put it on my computer. And then I was like, what if I just started selling these? So my initial process was I would go to the school library and I would just print stuff at the library. Actually, first I would go to FedEx and I would print stuff at FedEx, and then I realized I could print at the library for cheaper. And then eventually, I think my sophomore year, I finally was like, okay, I'm buying a printer. Because I'm going to the library and I'm printing so much and it's taking...
Were you like holding up the printing line? Were you in there?
Well, because actually, yeah, because the files that I was printing, because I wanted them to be like high definition, I didn't want to compress them. And, like, sending them to the printer. Oh, my God. The printer in the library would take so long to process the file. It was so annoying, and I felt really bad.
How many of these were you doing?
tons. It was taking up, like, all my time, but I had nothing else going on, so I didn't really mind it.
So you were just sitting at the library, just...
Well, most of the time was spent cutting them out. I would go to, like, I don't know, there was this one, like, quiet study room in the Union area, and I would go, and, like, once I got all my homework done, I had this, like, bin of sheets of stickers, and I would just cut them all out, and eventually someone in my life was like, okay, you should get a cutting machine.
So you were getting your supplies. You were
Yeah, I'm
building up.
slowly amassing all of these.
Soon you'll have a factory. You'll have like
Literally
a room. Is this something that you want to keep doing, or are you like gonna stop this when?
I think it'd be super fun to keep doing. I really like working with like apparel and clothes. Like when I worked at the merch stand of like a venue near my house a couple years ago, and that was really fun. The hours were like insane, which is why I didn't go back, because it would be like 12 p.m. to 12 a.m.
Was
I
it
was
hourly
like,
at least?
Yeah.
Was it the pay good?
Not great.
How much an hour?
I think it was like $12 an hour.
And did you get overtime for going past 8 hours?
No.
No. How many?
Actually, we must have gotten overtime, but
okay.
We were not making a lot of money. And I had a lot of fun, but I was so tired all the time.
12 p.m. to 12 a.m. No.
Yeah, I would get home at like 1, and then I would just be exhausted, and then I would sleep until like noon, and then I would just have to go to work. But yeah, I really like working with apparel. I really like making like clothes and stuff. I was like looking to see if there were custom ink jobs near me, but most of it is just like corporate. Like there does need to be a custom ink corporate office in Chicago, but I don't really know what that entails. I don't really want to do that. But if I could somehow find a way to like, you know, dabble in, there's lots of things that I like doing that I feel like I probably couldn't make a career out of. But if I could just dabble in them and like do them on the side, like a hobby that you don't lose money on because you're making a little bit of money from it.
Yeah. That's how I look at YouTube. I'm like, it's fun. Mm-hmm. It's like this is type like I'm watching movies with my friends. Like, like the act of making content is, I mean, it's fun, but the editing, that's the not fun part to me. I know you're like editing.
I know we're
yes.
always opposite.
I enjoy like every time like you and I cut to it. I enjoy it as it, but like, or when I'm almost done and I look at all the edits I've made, I'm like, okay. But when I start up my legally obtained copy of Adobe Premiere,
right,
and then I put the files in, and I'm like, and I see that this, like The Godfather 3, that will probably be out it will definitely be out by The Godfather 2, that will definitely be out by the time this is up.
And Goodfellas. Yeah,
and Goodfellas. I was like, oh man, 3.5 hours. Like, here we go.
And when I make like really long videos on my channel, people don't really watch them. So I don't really know what I'm going to do. Because like you could make a 40-minute Godfather video that people will watch.
Yes.
But it could have been the content too, but when I made a 27-minute video about The Idol, people like did not care about that. And I was like, I put so much effort into this, and like it's so...
The thing is, I bet if I took that same video and uploaded it to my channel...
it would
I think it's just, you don't feed the algorithm.
I know. I'm starting like 6 steps behind. You
don't post for like 4 months.
ContraPoints gets to do that.
You put up a video and you're like, people aren't watching it. I'm like, you gotta feed the algorithm, man.
It's so hard. I don't even know if I'd be able to do it if I were doing it full time. I don't know if I would be able to. Because I just get so like in my head about ideas, about like what to talk about. I'm like, this has to be something like... I had a video written about how I have this idea in my brain that everything I make has to be like groundbreaking.
I mean, hey, I enjoy your videos. I think you're a great I mean, I'm always like weekly cam, do this. I genuinely like, I'm doing a podcast because I want clips in, but I also am like, I'm like, if this it gives you something to edit, I'm like, if this will put you into weekly cam mode, because I think you're such a good and talented YouTuber, like, I'm like, if this will like put you in that
will
mode,
get that inertia going. Yeah.
of like opening that, of like setting
I
up a
hope so.
camera and opening this. I think you're really good at this, man.
Thank you. I don't know what to. I don't know. I need like a co-writer.
Oh yeah, you right.
I wish that I had the enough clout to just go on like Twitter and be like, hey, who wants to be my co-writer? Because like a lot of the YouTubers that I watch who will make the kind of stuff that I make will have like some sort of person working with them.
Yeah.
And I don't know, there's like no one in my I just don't know anyone who would be up for that task. But
I mean, there's got to be some. I mean, you're in college.
yeah.
There's got to be somebody up in there.
Yeah. Go to my next like YDSA meeting and be like, hey, who wants to help me out?
But it's what, cause like I'll post, like I feel, cause like I'll post something random and it'll be like 10,000 views and I'm like good, and I'm like that took me no time, no thought, and I was just like hairline, ha ha ha, hairline, ha ha, like look at his shoes, bad outfit, 10,000 views, and I'm like
Yeah.
and then you're putting so much effort. I'm like, man, people got to appreciate Cam.
I was looking at, I was like, the videos that when I'm in a video on your channel, like they get, not that I am bringing the views, but I would just be like, I would notice that the videos that I was in on your channel get a lot of views, and I'm like, it like beat me down, because like, man, we don't do anything.
And it's because I choose, if I know a guest or like,
yeah,
it might just be because I think someone, but especially you, because I'm trying to like boost you, like, like I'll know, like I'll be like, this is something that will get views. Let's put Cam in it. Like there'll be times when like we'll be about to watch something, and I'll be like, are you free? And you're like, nah. I'm like, well, we're gonna watch something else then. I'm gonna wait for Cam because I think that this
look at this guy
is a more popular thing. Like I want
this guy.
I want to boost.
Trying to help me out.
I'll purposely like choose. That's why I was like Godfather. This is popular. Cam. Like, and then the other day we watched like maybe a couple weeks ago we watched a random Japanese film that I just wanted to watch. That like it's still got like 1,000 something views, but I was like, this is just because I want to watch it. But like,
right.
I'm like, if I know it's gonna get some like traction, I'll be like, we gotta throw Cam in there. Like, we gotta boost him.
This feels like the kind of discussion people aren't supposed to hear.
It's for the algorithm.
Yeah, it's the name of the pod. Like, we gotta talk about it.
It's literally why it's the point, man.
I was texting. I was like, is this name too cynical? Like, is this too on the nose? Is this too obvious? I don't know.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking like, that's why I wanted to do something on I was like, I could put, like, I mean, it'd be a lot of editing, but I'm like Godfather and Goodfellas, but I was like, nah, Cam.
Yoink one.
Yeah, put it on there.
We'll see how that goes. I was like, maybe I'll
but I don't
make
think
more React content, because I think about like someone like Hassan.
Yeah.
Who does a lot of politics, but he also does like React stuff, and he'll also just like
that's what you do.
Screw around with friends, and I'm like, maybe I can just do that.
That's what pulls in new viewers. Like,
yeah,
like someone who already watches you is gonna be like, oh, this is about foreign policy, but then like someone who doesn't know you is gonna see a short of you, like, I don't know, taste testing the new Taco Bell Crunch Wrap.
Yeah.
I wonder what this tastes like. Pretty good. That type of stuff is like, that's what gets the views up.
Yeah.
Like, this is Cam. Cam posts more. This is the whole. Dude, every time I'm like get Cam on the channel. Post just so she'll post more.
Man, I don't know what to talk about. People tell me what to talk about. That's again where I'm like, I wish I had just for the sole purpose of being able to, like, the clout to go on Twitter and say, what do you want to see a video about? Because I'm like, I don't know what people want to see. I know what I'm interested in that I don't. That it's gonna, first of all, take so long to. Oh my god, I was working on this video about infrastructure for like a year, and then I was like, and I didn't post it because of circumstances that I sort of alluded to in the Dear 25-Year-Old Me, where some stuff happened my freshman year of college that made things just more difficult, that made me get in my head a lot more and like question my own stuff. But yeah, that infrastructure video I was working on for so long.
If you have the footage.
I never filmed it. I don't even think I finished the script. I don't even know if I could find the script now.
Find it and post it, man.
Yeah. There's gotta be stuff I can... I don't know.
I'd be like weekly cam every
every
moment.
I don't know. I've like burnt my... I don't know. I haven't burnt out because I still like doing it. I just have no idea what the hell to talk about.
YouTube is just about vibes.
Yeah.
It's like, I feel like, I'm not, a script is great, but it's like people want to know who you are. Like if you're like just reading verbatim from a script the whole time, that's like people.
Yeah, you're not like connecting with the person.
Yeah, they want vibes. Like it's like, that's why I mean, not that I even have scripted content, but I think that's why there's people who message me all the time where they'll, like, I've gotten long, detailed messages about, like, I never really had a good family, or, like, I don't have friends and stuff, and I watch you and Noob, and it feels like I'm, like, with my friends.
Like I'm hanging out.
Yeah, like I'm hanging out with my friends. I'm like, that's nice, bro. That's... What if this was on my channel and I was playing up, I'd be like, you a lame nigga, but but hey, that's nice.
Yeah.
But natural me, yes, that's a good thing. If this was on 2 Scoops, that's lame.
Yeah.
don't be doing stuff like that.
Alternate personas. Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, I want to like forge that kind of connection. I just.
You need like. I think you need, like, your scripted stuff is great, but I think you need some more, like, talky content. You need, like, it doesn't have to be even, you have to be a reaction.
Yeah.
It could be, like how you said Hassan will just be sitting there, and he'll be going through, like he'll be making a tier list. Like, what is, even, like, I don't think you care about presidents, but, you know, be, like, making a tier list of all the, or, like, tier list of this or something, like, of boy bands or people, like, that type of stuff. And it's easy to make. No edits. It's just basically you. Well, I knowing you, there'd be tons of edits. Like, but that's it's personal.
Yeah.
Like it's something.
I know. I went through a period a little bit ago where I took like maybe a month where I would constantly just try and film stuff without any sort of like outline of what I was gonna say. And my ADHD brain would go, like, off the rails, and I would be, like, I would forget what I was saying, like, as I was saying it, and I would get distracted by something and then forget what I was talking about, and not be able to, like, complete a sentence. Like, it's helpful to have someone to bounce off of.
Yeah.
Because that's where I'm, like, I couldn't... Again, like, if I live streamed, it would have to be with already having an audience, because I would not just be able to like riff on my own.
When you're by yourself.
Like, yeah, I would not be able to riff on my own for an hour, I don't think. Sometimes I can do that. Sometimes I'll be imagining making a video, and I'll just be like walking around my room being like blah 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 blah, blah. Or like I'll open like photo booth and then I'll like be like idea for a video, and then I'll just pace around and like talk as if I'm on camera. But then when I try and recreate that, when I've actually set up the camera, I'm like, what was I talking about? I have no idea.
I definitely could. I don't know. I just don't feel... I don't want to be like, I don't feel fear. But I just like...
I do. I get so nervous. That's the other thing. Is like, I get so nervous about being wrong. Which, it's like, okay, yeah, people are wrong. Like, that happens.
I'll be wrong about everything.
I'm like, I don't want to say something, even though, like, in the most cynical way, it's like, okay, if I say something that's incorrect, people are going to flood the comments. Worst case scenario, people flood the comments. And then you're getting comments, so it's like, yeah.
You're
upping that engagement. It's like CinemaSins, where, like, they would get stuff wrong on purpose to farm engagement.
Yeah, it's like when people make these lists. I was watching this podcast because they did that like top 20 funniest people on the internet, and they were like all these people left off, and then there was like someone who used to work for Complex or something. He said that's what you do. If I was to make a top, he used like I don't think you care about basketball, but he was like listing, and he was like listing positions, and he was like, I'm going, and we left off Allen Iverson, even though he's deserving, but it's because there's going to be a bunch of where's Allen Iverson? Yeah, like where is Allen? They do that on purpose. Like, I mean, you've seen it happen with that whole Apple top 100 albums of all time,
Right? Yeah.
where Thriller was 2, and the Miseducation of Lauren, because they know everyone, and everyone did is going to be like, why is Miseducation of Lauryn Hill number 1? Like, this was something we considered talking about. I just want to briefly say, I don't think any Kendrick album is in the top 10 of all time. Like,
You don't think
of every album ever released
of all time?
I'm talking like Michael Jackson, Stevie Wonder, like of all the history of music, no Kendrick album is a top 10 of all recorded music.
I feel like there's a certain like type of person that really likes To Pimp a Butterfly.
I love To Pimp a Butterfly. I love that album.
Yeah. But like a certain like I feel like Obama like put that on his list. He's like, I love To Pimp a Butterfly. Which sure.
I never got how that album became like people were saying like only white people like this. I'm like, did you listen to that album? That album is the blackest album I have ever heard in my life. It is like a fully funk jazz album.
Yeah.
With talking about civil rights and like
It is a good album. to be clear. I'm not bashing To Pimp a Butterfly.
But I've never listened to Pimp a Butterfly and been like, oh, this is so white. Like But anyway, yes, this went from Kendrick to therapy. This is like
Here's the vulnerability. You know what I opened with vulnerability and we're closing with vulnerability.
Cam.
This is me. I'm opening up.
I'm gonna spend this last Cam is great at videos.
Oh my god.
Cam makes great content. When I first saw her on YouTube, dude, it was like years ago. I was maybe 2 or 3 years ago. I feel like I bring up, but that was such irrelevant. I was literally like, I was in the hospital.
Yeah.
I had no time. I went from working like 60 hours a week, plus running like a thriving channel where I was getting like 1,000 a month from it, to just doing nothing all day. So I was like, hey, Cam is really good at this. Really good. Post videos, bro.
Yeah.
For the algorithm.
For the algorithm. Therapy session edition. That'll be this episode, the therapy session.
Yes. And cook food.
And cook food.
Use that meat thermometer.
Yeah.
You're just gonna bring that to. I don't even think you have a bag with you.
I do not have a bag with me. And my sweatshirt pocket is full from that giant charger I brought. So I don't know what I'm gonna do here. I'm just gonna have to bring that to the restaurant/escape room. Like, hey, I just have a meat thermometer.
You might come across a suspicious thing of rotisserie chicken.
True, so true.
That might solve the crime or bust out of the room.
Well, yeah.
Cameron, is this a good amount of time?
Sure. Yeah.
Is there anything else? Is there any pressing issues?
Is there anything else?
Let's see. Cooking, Judaism. I'm going through all the...
running through the list.
Going through all the things.
Thinking of what I've seen on my Twitter, but all my Twitter discourse is like so dumb.
What makes the whites happy makes the blacks upset.
Yeah.
Certified lover boy, certified pedophile.
Peace.
I always wonder how white people say nigga when they're like rapping a song in their mind. Like, I know you think the word. This is kind of it relates because I was thinking of the lyrics to Not Like Us. I know you rap the word. I'm like, I know you all rap the word in your mind. You must.
I feel like I hear it as like a gap. That's just how I imagine. Well, I imagine it as a time to. I'm like, we get the benefit of Like, especially when I would do that, like, BUSTA rhymes, like, look at me now. It's like, oh, I get a chance to breathe. Every time I go, I gotta set it, then I gotta go, and then I gotta get it, and then I gotta blow, and then I gotta shut it, and the thing that I be doing.
Can you legit rap that?
Oh, yeah.
Top rap the verse. This will make for a good short. Rap the verse.
Oh, God, okay.
Do it.
Should we get some music in the back, or should I just
like,
do it?
I could, like,
Oh my God.
put it in through editing.
There's this Kevin Lang video. Do you know Kevin Lang?
No.
He's just this like YouTuber, and he does like these Jubilee style videos, and he'll put like 5 people in morph suits, and then it's like, what is it, 4 black people and 1 secret white person, and or maybe it was 4 white people and 1 secret black person. The point is, there was this white guy who was like completely over the top pretending to be black, and he's like, you want me to spit some fire? You want me to spit some fire? Ruthless, my style is juvenile.
How about I spit?
How about you what?
How about I spit some game?
Spit some game?
Ruthless, my style is juvenile, ran with a gang, slanged into me while banking. I specialized in ganking, white, Mexican brothers and others, vaguely.
They were like, what is your deal? But then people were commenting like they had to, because they put a beat under it for the viewers, but they were like, that guy just did that with no beat under it.
Vaguely, it's all about coming up. Look, you show no punks are running up because I'm a gangster having fun.
Like, he was just doing that for no one.
But
Okay.
When you said that, I was thinking of like 4 regular people and 1 sex offender. Like,
Oh, yeah.
and 1 pedophile.
1 certified pedophile.
4. Who's the So, how often are you at school? Like,
Yeah.
But anyway, rap it.
All right, wait. Do we go, there's no music under it anyway. It's just, okay.
And I gotta go, and I gotta get.
Oh, man, the pressure's on. Okay.
1 take, Jake.
Every time I come out, gotta send, then I gotta go, and then I gotta get it, then I gotta blow, and then I gotta shut it, and it'll think that he'd be doing, because it doesn't matter, that ain't gonna remember anything, and anything about a boo, about a bang, I gotta do it, I think it's really clear to a couple, that I was winning, that I gotta get it, and I gotta get it again, and I'll be doing it to death, and I'll move a little foul, better call a referee, running with style, know that I'm the best when it comes to doing this, and I'm banging on my chest, and I'm banging in the east, and I'm banging in the west, and it comes to me more, and I'll never give you that, can hear it in the street, and you can read it in the press, do you really want to know what's next? See the way we gotta do, we all up in the race, I know, gotta go, try to keep up with the pace, and I struggle, and I hustle, and I said it, I get it, and we always gotta do it, to the place, gotta taste it, and I gotta grab it, and I gotta cut all through this traffic just to be at the top of the throne, but I know I gotta have it. That was so bad. That was genuinely so bad.
Hey, but it was. I don't even remember that verse. It's just, in my mind, that verse. In my mind. Yes. Short
Yeah.
material right there.
Short material. Oh god, that's so cringe. Cringe white girl does cringe.
Watch this get 1 million. If
Oh,
I put this on
God.
TikTok, if I made a TikTok
Yeah.
just to put this on.
Oh god.
Anyway,
Anyway, what's the other fast part of that song?
look at me. I hated that song when it came out. I'm getting.
I hate from outside the club. You can't even get in. Lego.
That feels like such a Ronnie Radke song beginning.
True.
Yeah, the backup man. Remember when that what was that? The Drug in Me Is You. I always hated the way that song began. Just like
The other day, I looked afraid of my staring in my face. Yeah. Wait, what is the other fast part of that song though?
and I gotta go. And I got.
Oh,
I mean, there was you rapping the Rap God.
of course.
Do you still remember the lyrics to Rap God?
Oh yeah, I could do that one too. Make multiple shorts of cringe white girl doing cringe fast rap because white people love fast rap.
They do. They do.
I love that.
Hey, this I could.
I got lots of them. I got lots of fast verses
Wait,
that
let
I've
me
learned
think of
from
the
those.
whitest. Do you be listening to Hoodie Allen?
No, my brother likes Hoodie Allen.
I'm thinking of White Boy. Do you be listening to what's that? Cold Pizza, tie-dye shirts.
Oh God,
Broken Heart.
that's not. Is that Watsky?
Yeah, Watsky.
Watsky.
Do you
He does a
listen-
lot of that fast stuff too, but I don't really listen to Watsky.
I'm just thinking of the white boy rappers. That
Yeah.
But not. There's a. That was like. Then there's
What's his name? Lil Dicky.
Oh, I hate Lil Dicky. I hate Lil Dicky so much. The only
Ain't
song
nobody
of
fucking
his.
Lil Dicky. I should do singing ridiculous, ripping this shit like it's never been. Rhythm is never predictable. Something. I don't remember that one.
The only song from him I enjoyed was the one that wasn't like a joke. It was that song with Brendan Urie.
That one's alright. Yeah.
And it wasn't even like I enjoyed the song.
Mm-hmm.
It was just like it's a song
It's
that isn't
it's
annoying.
earnest. Yeah.
And it sounds like because when I listen to rap music, to me, I'm like, is this real? Like, I want this to feel like, I want it to feel disingenuous or like you're doing a bit. Like,
yeah, if you're looking for genuine rap music, yeah, what's Lil Dicky is not the place to go.
But I heard Molly, and I'm not saying it's like I'm listening to that all the time, but I was like, you know what?
It's a nice, yeah.
This is like, I'm feeling something from this.
Mm-hmm.
And that's even if you're rapping about killing people. I'm like, you really want to kill that guy, and I feel it.
There's this one rapper called Jarv who did like, he did this. I don't even know. He did this. He has a song called Escargot that I liked when I was younger, just because it's very like catchy.
When you say when you were younger, how long ago? Because when you were younger, that could mean like when I was like 20.
I want to say like middle school probably. And I just liked it. Like I could tell that there was something to it, but I was listening less to the lyrics and more just the flow I thought was fun. And then I was like listening to it again maybe in college, and I was like, oh, this is an anti-billionaire song. This is about how we need to be taking money away from billionaires. I was like, that's so fun. But he's got lots of like, sick of the fickle and better to better people, put it up anyone better but bury you people are working up in the venomous seminars. Never mind, my body got the power to bag it up and devour, take a propaganda, but the propaganda never mind to the man and be a car, I'm independent till I fall, I'll be the man enough of rocket and make it $1 billion monopoly at the bottom and give everything the talking.
Lyrical miracle rap? Get out of here. I need to feel, if I feel like a rapper, if I feel like the person is lame, I can't, this is one of the reasons there's a lot of Childish Gambino music that I cannot listen to. Because if I feel like the person is lame, I can't.
How do you feel about Bonfire?
It's a good song.
I think it's a good song. I think it's such a white girl song. I don't know why. For a while, I had this video idea, why do white girls love Bonfire? Because white girls love Bonfire.
They love it.
Myself included. There's a lot of, I used to like, after every video, either before or after, I used to like get myself hyped to film by just like lip syncing songs, and Bonfire was always
when you're lip syncing and he says brand new whip for these niggas like slavery.
It's a breathe.
What
brand
do you
new
say?
whip for these like slavery.
What do you say?
That's when you breathe. We get the breaths.
You can breathe. We can't even breathe.
You don't get to breathe. It's an added benefit.
I can't breathe. Anyway, cut that out.
Yeah, oh no! Oh no!
Cut that out.
Oh no.
Or leave it in. Hey.
Oh jeez.
Anyway.
Thank
you for being here, Cam. This is us together. I'm saying this like this is, but hey, thank you for being in my house, Cam.
Yeah. Samalama Dumalama. And such. Yeah.
Oh my God! I can't believe this. Yo, I can't believe this. Yo, I cannot believe this. Oh my God! I can't believe this.